One.
The new flipped resource is writing introductory paragraphs because I'm finding that students don't know how to start. The hardest part is just getting started, and I talk a lot about just jumping in, that you want to hook your reader, and so the less said the better. You want to use details, but you want your reader to want more. So engaging introductory paragraphs is really worth spending a little extra time on. It seems to be the one area that's a stumbling block at this point. So our objectives are so that you can sit down and have a plan for how to come up with a strong introductory paragraph that'll engage your readers, and that you'll spend less time thinking of possible hooks and more time being able to identify exactly what is the best way to approach your task. You have to include something that suggests what your topic is going to be, and it depends what kind of writing. If this is a reflective essay, you might want to not give away too much and suck your reader in. If it's a research or a persuasive type piece of expository writing, then you want to state clearly and upfront and in no uncertain terms what your thesis is, exactly what you're going to demonstrate or prove or educate the reader about in your paper. I don't want to say too much, though, in that introductory paragraph. For an example, good thesis statement, as we're talking about the things they carried, bravery is often mingled with cowardice. It's provocative in that reader wants to know more, and you're going to explain that. You include some information about the topic you're going to write, but not in that first paragraph. You might touch briefly on some of your arguments, but not in any great detail. What's the difference between a topic sentence and a thesis statement? I think a thesis statement is going to state the overriding, the big picture, what you're trying to prove in the entire piece of writing, whereas a topic sentence, you need one in each paragraph to outline what the paragraph is going to be about. So let's think a lot about how to start. It could be a fact, a statistic, or a statement. Whoa. Sorry. Especially if you were going to use a persuasive piece, those would be good. It could be quotation from authority or literature. Those are also good for expository writing. Comparing and contrasting our analogy is a little edgier, but is also useful. Visualization might work real well with a reflective piece or a more personal narrative. Same with stories, anecdotes, or interests or incidents. Here's an example. In chapter 22, that begins opening paragraph. Tim doesn't think he was brave when he refused to shake the dead Vietnamese soldier's hands. He did feel peer pressure, but he felt a greater sense of personal fear. He realized he was terrified of death. Bravery is confronting fears and standing up for his beliefs, and Tim felt he could do neither. So let's reflect a little bit about how we're going to ease into initiating a writing task and write a stronger introduction, and we're going to practice a bit.